Do you hate everything about cat litter? Is your cat driving you crazy? Do you sometimes think that it would be better if your cat would just learn how to use the toilet? Choosing the right litter for your cat can feel like navigating a minefield with a blindfold on. Picture this. You're standing in the store, staring at an entire aisle of cat litter. It's like being a kid in a candy store. But instead of sugary treats, you're faced with clumping clay and something that sounds like it was harvested from a mystical forest. You want to keep Mr. Whiskers happy, but how do you decide? Let's break it down. First up is the classic clay litter, which has been around longer than most of us have been awake in the morning. This stuff is like the dependable friend who always shows up on time except when it gets dusty, and your cat turns into a sneezy mess. We've got two flavors here, clumping and non-clumping. Clumping litter forms solid little nuggets when wet, making cleanup a breeze. Well, let's just say if you enjoy cleaning up what looks like a miniature construction zone, that's your jam. Now, I know some cats prefer the non-clumping stuff because it lets them dig like they're trying to unearth buried treasure. Just remember, if your cat's digging feels more like a scene from the Hunger Games, you might want to rethink your options. And don't forget about the environmental impact. Traditional clay litters come from strip mining, which is about as eco-friendly as using a chainsaw to prune a bonsai tree. Enter biodegradable litters, made from recycled paper or plant materials. These beauties are breaking down naturally, so you won't have to deal with pesky plastic bits cluttering up your life. Plus, they tend to be less dusty, which is a blessing for anyone with allergies, because we all know nobody wants to sneeze while handling cat business. However, let's get real. Some of these eco-friendly options might not mask odors as well as their traditional counterparts. If you're not keen on your living room smelling like a barnyard, you might find yourself scooping more often than you'd like. And don't get me started on price. Sometimes going green can cost you a pretty penny. Then there's crystal cat litter. You know, the one that makes your kitty's bathroom look like an alien landscape. These little silica gems absorb moisture and minimize odors while creating fewer dust clouds than clay litters. Some users swear it lasts up to 2 weeks without needing a change. Talk about a time saver. But if Mittens gives you that infamous stink eye when she steps onto those hard crystals, it might be time to switch back to softer terrain. And for our seniors or sensitive-footed kittens, paper-based litters are an option worth considering. They're gentle on delicate paws, but may lack in odor control, which can leave your home smelling less than fresh. Definitely not the vibe you want when guests pop by. Ultimately, selecting litter is like choosing between pizza toppings. It depends on personal preference and your cat's whims. Some folks prioritize easy cleanup, while others are staunch environmentalists ready to embrace the latest biodegradable trend even if it means more frequent scooping. The key: test out different types until you find what works best for both you and your furry companion. So remember, whether you're rolling with clay, going green, or opting for crystals, keep Mr. Whiskers' comfort in mind, because a happy cat equals a happy human.